Hi. So I meant to get this video done all night long, but I've had visitors and we're supposed to get a third roommate. We've already had a third roommate and they moved her when she got an open room, and it's absolute hell having a third roommate. I'm trying to get into Foxtrot, a different barracks where like the older, more mature people are. So hopefully I can get that handled. But we just got back. We evacuated. We got back yesterday. We evacuated to a base because of the hurricane. So I've been slacking. And if I get a third roommate, like, I'm comfortable now making videos in front of my other roommate. I've done that one time. I prefer to be alone. But if I get the third roommate and she's here all the fucking time, life is starting to really suck here in Pensacola. Like, it sucked before. I hate Florida. I hate the humidity. I just hate it here. I want to be out in Fleet already. But it's going to really suck if I've got a third roommate. And I hope I get Foxtrot so bad. I want to be in Foxtrot so bad. Foxtrot is the name of another barracks. So, I left off on a different video answering a question about looking up different rates and how or when do you know what they are. If you don't know people that are personally in the Navy, really all you have is the internet to do research. And if I know anything about a rate, I can let you know. I can try. Like, I can tell you about ATO, ATI, AEs. I can tell you about some rates, especially in the aviation field because I'm here at the Aviation A School, but other than that, I don't really know. And then Shepfire, or however you pronounce it, said, do I know anything about nurse jobs and if they're available? They're called corpsmen, and corpsman jobs are available. I don't know how often they're available. Things are changing. Boot camp is going to be 13 weeks long, I've heard. I heard you don't have to cut your hair anymore. I've heard a whole bunch of stuff, and it's all changing. Corpsmen, I know, though, that there are so many corpsmen that ranking up is difficult. So if getting a higher rank is more important to you than the job, really, then I wouldn't be a corpsman. But if you really love being a nurse and you want to be a corpsman. But just know that it's going to be really hard to rank up because there's so many of them. And another question is, what is the average day like for you? Well, I was in night class, so I could sleep in during the daytime, and I had day liberty, so I would sleep, iron, clean, whatever, around here, and then I would go to school at 15 until 23, and sometimes we'd PT Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Sometimes until like 1:30 in the morning, we would be out there running and PTing, which really sucked. Then I would do it all over again. Then on Saturday and Sunday, I had liberty, unless you have watch, then you stand watch if it's your duty weekends, but I never had duty weekend because I always get outstandings and I always take off my duty weekends. But today, we got, what time would, what? Today was my last day of night class. I graduated. There's like a month of this electronics. They crammed this 2-year engineering course into a month, and I just graduated today. So I won't be in night class anymore. I'll be waiting to class up to AWAT is the next course, and that's like a week long, and then you class up into your strand. So I will be on barrack support until I class up, which means you work for the barracks. You clean the barracks all day long, you muster and report, and then you have night liberty, and that's going to be life until I class up. So that's the average day. Pretty chill. What was the issue with your security clearance? I remember you talking about it in a previous video. I hope you're feeling better, though. An issue with a security clearance? You really think I'm going to put that out on the internet? I don't think so. I love you. I'm sorry, that was rude. But why? No. So, can you take vitamins or pills in boot camp? And is taking short showers hard to get used to? Can you take vitamins and pills? If they're prescription pills, something that you need, like, chances are sick people that really need those pills are not even going to make it into boot camp, but they do issue you birth control when you first get there. Female wellness is one of the first things you do when you get there. They issue you birth control if you want it, and vitamins, no, unless you're sick all the time, and then you have to get a prescription. You even have to go to medical to get a prescription for vitamin C. I have a prescription for vitamin C. Medical is ridiculously crazy in boot camp. I advise never going, so if you can make it without vitamins, I wouldn't get any vitamins, but that's how pills go. If they deem it necessary that you need them and it's not like conflicting with your health to the point where you can't get into the Navy, yes, they'll let you have your prescription pills. Multivitamins and shit, no. So, must you work on a ship in the Navy? No. No. You don't have to. Chances are you will, but you don't have to. Like, my friend's an AC, she's an air traffic controller, she's going to have shore duty. her whole 4 years. She'll never be on a ship. It just depends on your rate. Oh, okay. This was about wigs and hair and cutting hair. So here's what one of my friends did. She put her own. She like put braids in her hair and then put a wig in, like a weave. She put a weave in, braided it in, threaded it in, whatever the fuck. And it lasted 2 months. Like it starts to look a little like it's just a short hair kind of situation. But she let it grow out a little bit, and in 8 weeks, because boot camp's now going to be 13, I think. I don't know how that'll go, but people did have their hair braided. Like they didn't cut their natural hair. They just had like a weave put on, and they braided up under there so that nobody could tell, and they didn't say anything to her. So she did that. And then the other question was, you can bring your own sports bras? No, you can't. No. You send all your personal clothes home, and they give you sports bras when you get there. So no, don't even worry about bringing bras because you can't have anything that's your own. And this is a question about Insignia and boot camp. Yes, you will have your Insignia on your uniform when you graduate. You'll be graduating in your dress whites. So if you're an E3, toward maybe week 5 of boot camp, you'll have your patch sewn on to your dress whites. You'll get collar devices for your peanut butters, but you'll never wear your peanut butters in boot camp. But yes, you will graduate with your stripes on your whites. But you don't wear, like E3s and below don't wear anything on their NWUs anyway, and NWUs are what you're going to be wearing the whole time you're in boot camp. But there is no insignia for E3 and below with NWUs. Which C school am I going for? I want to work on helos, and I want to be stationed in San Diego. So wherever the C school for helos is, that's where I want to go. So that's my answer to that. If you take medication, can you get into the Navy? Depends on what the medication is for. What kind of jobs are in the Navy? Basically, the Navy is its own little world. Whatever jobs are available in real life, there are available in the Navy because it's like a self-serving, like, anything you can think of. Construction, firefighting, dental, like, cooks, anything. Is the Navy worth all the crap that I've had to put up with? I don't see it as crap I've had to put up with. Like, yeah, it's kind of crap sometimes, but absolutely worth it. But then again, I'm 27, I'm mature, I know what I was getting into. A lot of these people say they're like, fuck my life right now, and they wish they'd never joined, but that's because they just made ill-informed decisions too swiftly, and they didn't research it. But I was at a very mature point in my life, and I thought about it for a good solid year before I joined, so I'm completely satisfied. And all the shit I put up with, I've expected, and it's really not that bad, in my opinion. And how old am I? 27. How much liberty did I have after graduation? Okay, this is Chantilly B. Her fiance is in boot camp, and his A school is in Pensacola, too. So, he will graduate Friday day, and we're having a flood of people, especially since last weekend they didn't let anyone come from Great Lakes RTC to here because of the hurricane. So we have a backup of 100 females from last weekend and then all the females from this weekend. And that's why I'm going to get a third roommate, and this whole barracks is going to be full as fuck. So as long as there's room for him to come down here when he graduates, he will graduate Friday, and then he will, how long is this, 8 minutes? I'll answer this question and stop. He'll graduate Friday. You'll get to have if you go see him, he'll have day liberty on Friday day until, we had it until 1930, which is like almost 8 o'clock at night. It depends on your division. Everyone had different lib time cutoffs, but you could leave base, go on liberty all day after graduation, and I did. I left, and I was back by 20, and then you stay in your barracks and you sleep, and then Saturday morning at like 2 in the morning, people start going getting on the bus and going to the airports. So depending on when he flies out, it'll be sometime really freaking early Saturday morning that he'll be going to the airport, and then he'll be in the airport all Saturday day and fly out Saturday or Sunday. So really his only liberty is going to be on Friday in the daytime because he has to be back in the barracks by like 19:30 on Friday to go to the airport at like 2 a.m. Saturday morning. Somebody asked, has the Navy changed their sonar since they were sued in January over the beaching of whales? I have no freaking idea. No idea. And somebody asked about being able to change your rate while you're in boot camp. people asked that question while in boot camp, and the RDCs laughed, and they were like, you're fucked. You signed the papers as to what you were, and that's what you are. So I don't think you can change your rate unless it's some crazy situation, your security clearance is messed up, they need you to switch rates because it's full or some complication happened, but you can't just be like, I went in as a such and such and I want to change to this, I'm going to change to this. No, that doesn't, no way. So, then somebody asked, do you have a roommate or something? Yes. If you do, doesn't it feel kind of awkward to film in front of them? Yeah. Going to MEPS on the 5th, says 03Con. Congratulations! Going to MEPS. I wish you luck. My bangs are finally sideswept like I wanted. Not really. They are kind of falling down. Want to grow them a little bit longer. Cute Nail Polish says, I was wondering what the food is good and what they serve. Boot camp food, I think, was so much better than this boot camp food. This boot camp, A-school. Boot camp food was better than A-school food, in my opinion. They served, like, they had a really big variety. Like, anything you can think of, they served it. Like, Southern food, they served it all. They had Chinese food sometimes, they had Mexican food sometimes. And depending on who you are and if you're picky or not, it's good and it's bad. I liked the boot camp food. I hate this galley food. It's slimy, it's disgusting. The flavors that they mix, the seasonings, I don't know why. Everything is dry and horrible. I would rather eat an MRE than eat the galley food here. It's horrible. So I eat to survive nowadays, and I hardly eat anymore because I would rather be hungry than eat this food. It's disgusting. But then some people are like, it's so good! And I'm like, I don't know what they're eating, but to each his own. This person, the E. Haynes, whatever the hell. I leave on the 12th. Is it possible for me to become E3 in boot camp? I'm already an E2. Yes. If you're an E2, you can become an E3 in boot camp. Get a position of authority, be an RPOC, be a yeoman, or just be an outstanding recruit. Be on point all the fucking time. And the RDCs will take note of that, and they can put you in for automatic advancement. So just be a good-ass recruit, and you'll be an E3 when you come into boot camp. Can you buy a car in A-school? Yes, but they don't advise it. Do you know how they have, the car dealerships, determine how much car you can afford as an E1? Asks Monroe3323. Yes, they're very well informed. When you are in A-school, like especially here in this city, Pensacola, they know you're brand new. They know everything about you. They know what you make as an E1. They know what you make as an E2, E3. They know everything about you, and they will try to sell you anything. No credit needed. Like, they will rip you off. This is a 12-minute song. I'm going to have to go. So, you need to be very, very wary of people trying to sell you laptop, jewelry, cars. Like, they know more about what you make than what you do, and they will do anything they can to rip you off. So, they actually have things set up here to where if you're going to buy a car, you take that contract to legal here on base, and they will look at it for you absolutely free and see whether or not it's a good deal and if you should go for it. And there's reputable car dealers. There's Base Legal here on base knows everything about everyone here because they've had horrible claims of people getting screwed over, so they know who's good and bad. Basically, the car dealerships that are right next to base that are like, we'll sell you anything, you don't want to get involved with them. So, yeah, you can buy one if you want to, but be very wary and take all of the loan. Like, don't sign anything until you take it to Base Legal here on base for them to look over and say if it's good or bad, because they'll do that for you, and it's free because that's your base legal and you're in the military. It's 13 minutes long. I'm going to close this and answer another one.